What if your AI assistant didn't live on someone else's server, but on your own computer? That's the idea behind OpenClaw, the open source AI agent that took the internet by storm. It started in November 2025 when Austrian developer Peter Steinberger released a project called Claudebot. After a trademark nudge from Anthropic, it became Moltbot, and then OpenClaw, the name that stuck. To understand OpenClaw, think of it like this. The AI brain, that's a large language model like Claude or GPT, lives in the cloud. But everything else, like the memory, the tools, the conversations, and the connections to your apps, all of that runs on your machine. OpenClaw is the layer in between. It's the operating system that connects your apps to the AI's brain. At the heart of OpenClaw sits the gateway. It's a single process running on your computer that coordinates everything. Think of the gateway as a switchboard operator. Messages come in from different places, and the gateway decides what to do with each one. Here's where it gets clever. OpenClaw connects to your messaging apps, WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, Slack, even iMessage. Each app has its own adapter, a small translator that converts messages from that app's format into a single universal format that OpenClaw understands. So no matter where a message comes from, by the time it reaches the AI, it all looks the same. Once the gateway receives a message, it hands it off to the agent runtime. This is where the real thinking happens. But it doesn't just forward your message to the AI model. First, it assembles context. Everything the AI needs to give you a good answer. Let's look at what goes into this context package. First, there's the conversation history, what you and the AI have already talked about. Then there are configuration files that define the agent's personality and behavior. One file tells it how to act, another shapes its tone, and finally the runtime searches its memory. Past conversations, saved notes, for anything relevant to what you just asked. Now here's the key part. The runtime sends all of this context to the language model, Claude, GPT, or whichever model you've configured. The model starts streaming a response. But sometimes it doesn't just reply with text. It says, I need to run a command, or read a file, or search the web. The runtime intercepts that request, executes the tool on your machine, and feeds the result back to the model. This loop can repeat multiple times. The model keeps thinking, calling tools, and refining its answer until it's ready to respond. Out of the box, OpenClaw can run shell commands, read files, browse the web, and more. But its real power comes from skills. Skills are community-built plugins, small TypeScript modules that teach the agent new abilities. Things like managing your calendar, controlling smart home devices, or trading crypto. They follow the MCP standard, Model Context Protocol, which means they're designed to be interoperable and portable across different AI tools. Now, here's something important. When you message OpenClaw directly, you're in the main session. That's the one with full access in it. It can run commands, read your files, do everything. But when someone else messages your agent, say through a group chat or a DM on Telegram, they get a sandboxed session. Sandboxed sessions run inside Docker containers. They're isolated. They can't access your personal files or run dangerous commands. It's like giving someone a guest room instead of the keys to your house. Unlike a chatbot that forgets you the moment the conversation ends, OpenClaw remembers. Every conversation is saved to disk, and OpenClaw uses vector embeddings to search past conversations. So when you ask something, it can recall related context from weeks or months ago. It also keeps curated memory files with important facts it's learned about you, so it can be more helpful over time. Now, with all this power comes a real question. How secure is it? By default, the gateway only listens on your local machine. No one on the internet can reach it. If you want remote access, you tunnel through SSH or a private network like Tailscale. But the community skills system is where it gets tricky. Security researchers found that some third-party skills were doing things they shouldn't, like quietly sending your data to external servers. That's why the creator released NanoClaw, a lighter, more locked down version, and why the community is working on better vetting for skills. So let's trace the full journey. You send a WhatsApp message. The WhatsApp adapter translates it. The gateway routes it to your session. The runtime assembles your context, history, personality, memories, tools. It sends everything to the AI model. The model thinks, maybe calls a tool or two, and streams back its answer. The gateway sends that answer back through WhatsApp, right to your phone. What makes OpenClaw different isn't any single feature, it's the architecture. Your data stays on your machine. You choose which AI model to use. You control which tools the agent can access, and you can reach it from any app you already use. It's not just a chatbot. It's a personal AI agent, one that actually runs on your terms.